Welcome back to Voyage to Miss Verna's. This is part 3 of We Bought 28 Acres in Jamaica, Sight Unseen. Thanks so much to all of the new followers. I appreciate you coming along on this voyage. My name is Rajon. I am a Jamaican Guyanese New Yorker who decided to set out to open a bed and breakfast in Jamaica. Where we left off was going back to the property that our surveyor sent the Google location pin. When we got there, thankfully our neighbor was still there, and this gentleman who's a farmer, local farmer, and a neighbor who is familiar with the area agreed to walk us up one of the hills that was supposed to be on the property. Now, there's a lot of questions about how we made an offer on a place sight unseen. It wasn't sight unseen. This is the listing that we were sent from my realtor, and this is the location. And if you take a look, I had my mom go after we had the offer put in and approved. She went with my niece and they took a look. That is the first location that we went to that we found out belonged to somebody else. So that was a mistake on the part of our realtor. And we wouldn't know that we had the wrong location, and we are abroad. So we're doing this entire purchase from New York, and we have to rely on the people who are supposed to be the professionals to give us the correct information. So not only did my mom go back in, I think, May or June of last year, but I went with my husband and my mom again. As you can see, that is the same house from the listing photo. So we didn't go and purchase something sight unseen. What we were under the impression of was that we were going to the right place and that we had the right information. And unfortunately, that was not the case. Not only did we go, I had someone that I had met in Jamaica who was kind enough to be going to a few different properties that I found when I was not there. I asked him to go back in October to take a look at the property as well after Hurricane Melissa, and this was what he sent me. Now, granted, this is the opposite side of that property, and the one with the river, but he did go there. So there were 3 different times that we went to the property initially. Again, it was not the correct property. So now we're back at what we think is our property, and the neighbor here is showing me up the hill to get a better understanding of the view from the top. It is a big hill, which was concerning at the time, but you know, you have to deal with hills in the country. It is what it is. And we do have a lawyer. We did all of the things, but there's not much that you can do. And if you find out that the location that you thought was your location is not it until after you've already signed all the paperwork. So we kind of have to deal with it at this point. This is the view from the top, which is really nice. After speaking with their surveyor, we confirmed that this actually was also not the property that we purchased, and that we were on the right road, but instead of going here and turning left here, we needed to make a right. So I hope you guys stick around, because apparently we haven't seen this land. We'll be in Jamaica next week for my birthday, so we'll have an update for you soon. Stick around.